Manchester United headed into this game off the back of a 4-game losing streak, but were a different team at Anfield as they earned a 2-2 draw with title favourites Liverpool. Diaz, operating as a centre forward in Liverpool's 4-2-3-1, often dropped back into the midfield, and his combinations with Gakpo and Robertson caused United problems. The roles of the fullbacks, acting as double pivots at times, allowed Liverpool to overload the central channels. United played with caution by keeping their wing-backs in closer proximity to their defenders. Højlund was often an isolated figure, especially in the first half. With left-back Robertson supporting from an inverted position on the left, which saw Liverpool get numbers into midfield to match United in their 5-4-1 defensive structure. With Robertson protecting against any transitions, Jones was able to move up between the lines of United's defence and midfield and support Salah on the right. Jones's positioning took the attentions of wide centre-back Martinez and allowed Salah to go 1v1 on the left-back. Dalot with Alexander-Arnold supporting from a similar position on the right. It gave Liverpool the triangle that they desire on either side. Liverpool's numbers here meant that both of United's number 10s couldn't support Højlund, leaving him 2 versus 1 down on Liverpool's centre-backs. United were not interested in pressing Liverpool's centre-backs, and with a 2v1 in possession, one of the centre-backs had time in possession to find penetrating passes. With Jones occupying Fernandes, support of Salah from Alexander-Arnold on the right in the half space pulled Dalot away from Salah. This gave room for Salah to receive more direct balls into space on the right side. With Martinez now pulled out of position, it meant that McAllister and Jones could find pockets of space in United's defence, with late runs into the penalty area to get onto crosses. The positioning of the fullbacks inverting played a key role in Liverpool's ability to overload the wide areas and start working combinations. The midfielder in possession slowed the game down until the fullbacks are in position of support in the inside channel. This is then the trigger for the midfielder to take up a position in an advanced inside channel, leaving the winger 1v1. Clever link-up play then saw the winger combining to get behind United's defence. With Liverpool's attackers constantly dropping into the midfield and moving into wide areas, it gave the 3 United centre-backs a dilemma, as they had no one to mark. Occasionally one of the centre-backs would step out to press a midfielder, but clever movement into space out wide would see them have to make a decision on whether to follow or retreat back. Often, Amorim's middle centre-back steps into a pivot role, but in the first half, United were very cautious in their build-up. The 3 centre-backs stayed mostly in line with each other, and the wing-backs did not push up very high. The 2 pivots remained deep. Liverpool were happy to sit back in a mid-block, with numbers protecting the centre, with McAllister moving up to press a pivot alongside Jones, and Liverpool's 3 attackers positioning themselves in front of United centre-backs. Wary of losing the ball near the goal, United played a large number of long passes to stretch Liverpool's backline. Aware that United's wing-backs are not likely to cause a big threat, switches of play was United's best way of penetrating in the first half, with the 10s and the wing-back pushing up into Liverpool's backline. There was space on the outside. This was the trigger for Mainu to advance in support of Dalot, with movement in behind Liverpool's right-back. Without speed and trickery though from the wing-back, Liverpool had enough time to cover these movements with Gravenberch. The left was United's most used attacking zone, with 54% coming from that side. Dalot advances down the left, taking Alexander-Arnold with him, opening up space for Mainu to move into the back line. This created a moment where a pass into Fernandes could have seen United create more centrally, but this pass was not taken. At times United were able to expose Liverpool's midfield because in transitions, Liverpool were in a 4-2-4 shape, so if United beat the first line, there was space in the centre for a number 10 to receive and switch play to an advancing wing-back, and this is where briefly United could overload a defender. United managed 5 accurate crosses during the game. With only Højlund in Liverpool's back line, the centre-backs had scope to push into midfield to press a United pivot. This saw Van Dijk and Konate make 15 recoveries and interceptions during the game. With a centre-back stepping into midfield, this meant that Liverpool had more bodies to collect the loose balls. Fernandes was key to United's good display today. Operating in a wider position on the left, Fernandes had 3 successful dribbles and linked up well with Dalot and Mainu. Moving from deeper positions, he created 4 chances, also getting the assist for the first goal. Fernandes took it upon himself to try penetrative passes by moving between the lines to create time, giving him a passing accuracy of 71%, attempting 10 long balls. It may not be the style of play that Amorim wants to see from United, but the result will please him after 4 defeats in a row. Liverpool will likely see this as a missed opportunity, with Arsenal only getting a draw at Brighton. They still remain 6 points clear with a game in hand though.